So I thought I was temporarily done with all this beauty drama, but no. Apparently, not only are you getting a free bow with a JoJo Siwa makeup kit, they're also bundling it with asbestos for free. And you might be like, oh wow, gee, that's quite the bold statement you got there. Where'd you get that info? So you see, the FDA tweeted out the other day that JoJo Siwa's makeup kit, who they sell through the retail store Claire's, has tested positive for asbestos, which had me scared for a hot minute because remember, if you go a few months back, I bought this whole JoJo Siwa bundle for that video I did on her, as you can see here.
This was not my choice. This was against my will.
And yeah, I thought maybe that could have had asbestos on it, but to clarify, it's only the makeup kit. But JoJo Siwa, the ex-dance mom child, now Nickelodeon and YouTube kid prodigy, who has her merchandise in countless of retailer stores from Target all the way to Claire's. So she's really not doing too bad for a 16-year-old. It's honestly insane. But on June 6th, the Food and Drug Administration, aka the FDA, issued a notice saying that they had uncovered asbestos in the Claire's JoJo Siwa makeup kit, recommending that consumers stop using the product immediately. I love how it states that they recommend not using it even though it tested positive for asbestos. And they're like, oh, we recommend you guys not to use this product. Couldn't they just been like, don't use this product unless you want asbestosis? Yeah, just don't use it, guys. And for all the parents out there, obviously don't buy this product for your kid. And if you don't know what asbestos is, Daniel, glasses please. Asbestos is a group of 6 naturally occurring fibrous minerals composed of thin, needle-like fibers. Exposure to asbestos causes severe cancers and diseases, including mesothelioma. I butchered that one. I had to have butchered that one. Mesothelioma.
Your inner didn't grow up in America is shining through right now.
Oh, I'm definitely feeling that one right now. An asbestosis. Yes, what? There used to be what? I keep cutting you off by asking you what you were saying. What are you saying?
There used to be these commercials all the time. It'd be like, do you or a loved, or like...
Oh yeah, the lawyer commercials. Do you or a loved one have this? Contact legal, bald eagle American company law offices. That sounds like the generic American law office that specializes in methylthalamos.
That's the first time I heard that word was on, like, the TV.
Oh yeah, definitely lawyers fishing for some cases. Continuing with the Wikipedia page. Although asbestos strengthens and fireproofs materials, it is banned in many countries. But it also says asbestos is not banned in the United States, America, home of the free, home of the brave, and you're also free to get asbestosis here.
Yeah, don't mess with my freedom.
But Claire's was quick to remove all JoJo Siwa makeup kits from their stores and release this statement. Claire's Stores Incorporated has voluntarily recalled all the JoJo cosmetic kit. I like how they're like, oh yeah, we voluntarily recalled it. It tested positive for asbestosis. No, asbestos. You will get asbestosis from the kit. But it tested positive for asbestosis. And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, out of the kind of our hearts, we're gonna recall that. No, if you didn't recall it voluntarily, you guys would, possibly get shut down. But they voluntarily recalled the JoJo cosmetic kit out of an abundance of caution after testing by the US Food and Drug Administration, aka the FDA, indicated the possible presence of come on guys, it tested positive for asbestos. I'm trying to say asbestosis. I'm mixing. It tested positive for asbestos. And you're like, it indicated the possible presence of this material. Come on. I feel like you guys are sugarcoating the statement a little bit too much. But continuing, indicated the possible presence of trace amounts of asbestos fibers and powder eyeshadow element of the kit.
You said eyeshadow.
Eyeshadow.
There might be asbestos in my eyeshadow.
Well, they also had products that tested positive for asbestos only 3 months ago. And I even called Claire's to see if they held up to their statement.
You can get 20% off your next purchase after getting your ear. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm looking to get my little sister a birthday gift, and I was wondering if you guys had any JoJo Siwa makeup kits in?
We don't have any makeup from JoJo. We just have like the bows and we have like some backpacks.
No eyeliner, no anything like that?
Nothing that's like JoJo brand.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Told you.
Well, at least Claire's is sticking to their word.
Well, did you hear you could get 20% off your total purchase if you get your ears pierced?
I'm calling back.
A true crime detective.
Oh yeah, you know it.
He leaves no stone unturned.
Exactly. I only called one store though, but all of the stones were turned.
Maybe only one.
Okay, a single stone was turned. All the other ones were not turned. But after the one stone, I felt like my answer was good enough. Detective Atozy at your duty.
Did they clarify how it's possible that asbestos was even in the makeup? Like, I don't understand that at all.
No, they did not clarify anything. So,
It's like, asbestos is in this makeup kit, just don't.
yeah, they clarified that it was in the eyeshadow area.
How does that happen, though?
Shortcuts for a higher profit margin. But obviously, I don't think JoJo Siwa as a person is to blame for this. Like, I can't imagine a 16-year-old quality checking all of her makeup products before they're sent out to all the Claires. I mean, definitely when you consider everything she's doing, I mean, JoJo Siwa is probably way too busy selling out, what are they called?
Arenas?
Arenas, yeah. She's 16 and literally selling out arenas. I don't think she's quality controlling all the Claire's makeup kits. No offense. You could maybe say that's a hot take. I don't think so. I'm sorry. That's not really a hot take. But I do think it's the people in the background who are cutting corners to rush a product out as cheap as possible for the highest possible profit margin. They are definitely the ones who are responsible for this.
That should be Claire's catchphrase.
No. But can JoJo Siwa sell makeup after this? I'm not really sure on that one because, like, on one side, people really don't want to buy makeup from a brand that has tested positive for asbestos previously. But on another side, JoJo Siwa is marketing her products to kids who, most of them are too young to even be on the internet to even see this information. And also, most of them would not have the attention span to click on FDA warnings. So parents out there, you've been warned. Be very cautious when you buy makeup from Claire's. I mean, they don't have the best history, as you can see. But since we're on a makeup topic, I mean, like, hey, might as well hit two birds with one stone. Because guess what? Your boy's not about to drop 4 makeup topic videos in a row again. That's not gonna happen. I'm so sorry about that. So this time I'm gonna pass on that. So let's just segue over to the Jaclyn Hill situation, because Jaclyn Hill, she made a big oopsie daisy. She also released makeup, which has been a long time coming. I think like the first tweet she made about, oh, I'm releasing makeup. I think that was back in 2014. So.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, you would think when she's been working on this for 5 whole years that makeup would probably be perfect. At least industry standard.
Yeah, you would definitely think that. 5 years.
Sadly, that wasn't really the case. So she launched a whole line of lipsticks, and apparently a lot of people have been expressing their disappointment with the product. And the issues with the product range from broken or melted lipsticks, lipsticks being lumpy, to lipsticks containing what looked to be hair. I love how whenever like a beauty influencer drops their brand, like I feel like 99% of the time, something like this happens. I mean, not always, but it just seems like that to me. But on Twitter, one person who seemed to have some lumpy lipstick posted a picture and tweeted at Jaclyn asking why this was. Of course, Jaclyn then responded in the snarkiest way she possibly could. You posted swatches 2 days ago, loving the lipstick, ? Now you're wondering why it's lumpy? It's obvious this lipstick is used and not fresh from the factory. Like any other lipstick, if you use it over products, have dry lips, etc., things like this can happen. Yeah, that's exactly how you reply to your fans and or customer base. So obviously this clapback of a response received quite a bit of backlash. I mean, which is very understandable. When you're trying to come across as like the super professional businesswoman, you can't be dropping snarky responses to your fans who went out of their way to buy your product. They chose deliberately to buy your lipstick instead of going to Maybelline or any other place, and you cringed when I said that brand. So what other lipstick brands do people have to choose other than Jaclyn Hill's makeup brand?
I mean, a lot.
Okay, yeah. So basically they're choosing Jaclyn Hill's specific brand, which is brand new off the street. It's not off the street, but it's brand new, you know? I don't even know where I was going with that. The point is, they're going out of the way to buy your product and they're taking a chance with their money on buying your product. Why are you pretty much insulting them when they're complaining that your product is not what they expected it to be?
She basically responded and said, girl, you got some crusty lips. That's not my problem.
No, literally, that's what it was. Anyway, she of course deleted that tweet and then she started backpedaling pretty hard. She explained that she didn't mean to be so rude, but that she just hasn't seen any other similar complaints of lumpy lipsticks, but that if anyone did have complaints of it, she would like to see photos and then she would address it. Well, that kind of backfired on her. So yeah, a lot of people then started posting a bunch of photos and reviews showing the various product issues. Regarding the complaint on hair on the lipstick, Jaclyn addressed this saying, that is not hair, but that is rather fibers from the gloves used by the people in the factory, and they're switching to rubber gloves immediately now. I mean, we were just on the asbestos topic. I really hope that's not what it is, because that would be way worse than some fibers from some gloves. Anyway, she was wearing some blue rubber gloves here, so that was a little bit debunked.
Wait, what?
There was a photo of her testing the products. She was wearing blue rubber gloves when she was testing these products. And I'm assuming if she was wearing blue rubber gloves, I'm assuming all the factory workers were also wearing rubber gloves. I don't know. It would be a little bit weird to have her put on a different set of gloves than the people who are actually holding and maintaining the product. Like, did she bring her own rubber gloves to the factory? No, I don't think so. I think she was given the same gloves that everyone else in the factory was wearing. But after all the backlash the products received, the official Twitter of the cosmetic company posted these statements. The response to the launch of Jaclyn Cosmetics has been incredible. Of the incredible volume of orders that were placed at launch, we believe less than half of 1% of the orders were impacted by compromised product. We are actively reaching out to the customers with questions and concerns, and we've added our customer service team to make sure that any questions are swiftly addressed. We're keeping an eye on the Jaclyn Cosmetics social channels and info@jaclyncosmetics.com, and welcome all feedback. We love our customers and are proud of our successful launch. See, that is exactly how you respond to something, Jaclyn Hill. Not with this snarky BS. In rare circumstances, some lipstick were exposed to high temperatures of raw materials that were not blended throughout, and that is not acceptable to us. And that's basically where this all kind of ends. Jaclyn also posted a tweet explaining that her and her team are working on trying to figure out what actually happened with the product, why it's lumpy, what those hairs really are, and so on and so on. So that just kind of seems like a mess. So yeah, that pretty much concludes this video. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like on it. If you're new here, I welcome you to my channel. And it would be awesome if you subscribed. If you want to follow my adorable dog, his Instagram and YouTube is Gary the Puppy. You can find him in the links down below. And if you want to follow me outside of YouTube, you can find me as Atozy on Instagram and Twitter. Links will also be down in the description down below. See you guys in the next video. Peace.
97 Leo killer, about to pull a trigger, never switching up. I just wanna go and get it with my friends and spend it, cause I go and get it if I want. I don't wanna second guess it, living in a second, and you coming second to the one. Lately I've been accurate, just wanna bag your necklace, I don't have a second, gotta run. But I recommend this life is what I wanted. Made a little bit of progress since we started. I don't think I gotta say I go the hardest. I've been thinking about my future, go the farthest. I think I back home was in Japan.